Eyewitness News Brief.
I'm Kathy Wolff. Tonight on Eyewitness News, Bayside, Queens, the site of a deadly shooting. Tonight, how an off-duty housing officer got caught in the gunfire and paid with his life. Also, a damaged car that could provide some clues about what happened in a Queens neighborhood where a teenager was beaten to death. Plus, President Bush is campaigning in friendly territory, but he's got to be worried about Bill Clinton standing in a new poll. And they were hoping to take the perfect picture. Paparazzi who invited themselves to Whitney Houston's wedding. We'll have the story at 11. I'm Kathy Wolff. Up next on Eyewitness News, how an off-duty housing officer got caught in a deadly hail of bullets in Bayside, Queens. Plus, a stinger for Republicans, the surprising results of a new poll in the presidential race. And Whitney Houston ties the knot. The story next on Eyewitness News at 11.
This is ABC.
Good evening. Eyewitness News is next.
And coming up right now, a street in Bayside, Queens, the site of a shooting that claims the life of an off-duty housing police officer. Tonight, there's a search for suspects. Also, a mother sheds tears for her son beaten to death in a Queens neighborhood while he was out for a drive last night.
Also coming up right here, a big boost for the Clinton camp, a new poll with some surprising numbers while the people who supported Ross Perot meet to figure out what to do next. Plus, it was a star-studded event. Whitney Houston marries Bobby Brown, and her New Jersey neighbors try to sneak a peek at the wedding. And a trip to another event, this one for die-hard Stooges fans, and we will take you there. Those stories coming up along with the AccuWeather forecast.
It's all next on Eyewitness News.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Jay Scott and Kathy Wolff. Mark Stevens with sports. Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening, I'm Kathy Wolff. A housing police officer lost his life in a senseless shooting this morning, and tonight detectives are looking for his killer. They still don't know the details of what led up to the shooting, which left another man dead and one other injured. It happened at 3:30 in the morning outside a bar in Bayside, Queens. Police say an argument erupted, and minutes later, two men in a late model sedan pulled up and began firing into a crowd. When it was over, Officer Paul Heidelberger was dead. Police still don't know what the argument was about or how the off-duty officer became involved.
He was present at the altercation. We have not yet determined what his role was.
Was he armed?
He could have been just walking out of the bar. He could have been trying to break it up. We don't know yet.
Was he armed?
He was armed.
But obviously had
He did not return any fire.
Heidelberger and another man died from bullet wounds to the head. A third was shot in the shoulder and is in stable condition. Police don't think Heidelberger knew the other two victims. Today, they remembered him as a good cop.
I found that he was a gentleman. Cars
which were parked near the incident were dusted for fingerprints this afternoon, and witnesses are being interviewed. Even at 3:30 a.m., the intersection of Bell Boulevard and 39th is crowded. Police now have brief descriptions of the suspects and the car.
We've got what we think is a partial plate that we're working on right now.
Paul Heidelberger was 28 years old. He'd put in 5.5 years of service and was a field training officer. He had earned 3 excellent police duty commendations plus a Medal of Exceptional Merit. Heidelberger is survived by his mother and 2 sisters. And in another shooting in Queens early this morning, an off-duty cop got the better of a man who tried to mug him. Police say Officer Thomas Rourke shot a mugger who followed him into his apartment building and tried to take his money. The mugger is hospitalized in good condition with superficial wounds.
These are tense times in Washington Heights because of a police shooting there 2 weeks ago. Today,